What's going on, guys? Just Messi here and welcome to a brand new video. Welcome to a new transfer video today, and the date is going to be Friday the 29th of December. We've got so much to get through, a lot of confirmed deals, a lot of very good rumours, and also includes, of course, a world record breaking transfer fee for a defender. You probably know who it is by now, as I went through a couple days ago, but still, some huge news. So before we get any further, as always, if you enjoy this video, show support by leaving a like rating. That'd be absolutely awesome. If you're new to my channel, make sure to press the subscribe button for more. And remember, starting January the 1st, 2018, so just a few days away now, there'll be a transfer video every single day at 8:30 AM. And in the comment section below, let me know what team you support and what players you want to sign. But now let's jump on to confirmed deals then. And first up, we've got a German striker by the name of Terud. I'm not sure how I say his name, but he's joined Cologne from Stuttgart for a fee of around €3 million. And potentially, it could be because Mario Gomez returned to Stuttgart and he might have lost his place. Obviously, I'm just speculating there. I'm not too sure the actual situation is. By the way, it's now a done deal. Then we got onto a Brazilian centre-back by the name of Andre Romali going to Red Bull Salzburg, in fact rejoining them I believe, this time from Bayer Leverkusen for an undisclosed fee. Next up we got on to deal up a CDM going to DYBALA in Spain from Espanyol on a free deal. And the final player on this page, a Argentinian right back by the name of Buffarini, is actually playing for Sao Paulo in Brazil, hence why it wasn't on FIFA Ultimate Team, but now has gone to Boca Juniors for a fee of just over £1 million at 1.13 million. Next page, we've got an Argentinian centre mid by the name of Peñalba going to UD Las Palmas in Spain from CD Cruz Azul on a free deal. Then we've got Fabian Frey going back to FC Basel, I believe, from Mainz in the Bundesliga. It is an undisclosed fee, but for now, that's all we do know about that deal. Then we got on to Uja, a Nigerian striker, going to Mainz this time, from a team in China called Liaoning FC. They actually joined them from Werder Bremen, I think it was like a year or so ago, so has played the Bundesliga before, and the fee back then was like £10 million, and now gone back to the Bundesliga, this time in particular, like I said before, to Mainz for a fee of around €4 million. A transfer in the MLS now is a guy called Eriksson going to San Jose Earthquakes from Djurgården. I've definitely butchered that one, and that fee is just over £1 million. And the final one today, like I said before, it's a world record transfer for a defender. Virgil van Dijk has officially joined Liverpool. And obviously, as a Liverpool fan, I'm so happy about it. It's a massive fee. I'll go into that in more detail in just a second. But basically on Wednesday, it actually happened so damn quick because like 5 PM, Paul Joyce, a very reliable journalist, did tweet saying Van Dijk still wants to join Liverpool. And at 5:59 PM, he was announced officially by Liverpool. And a few days before that, there were a few articles saying that Man City were favourites to get him for £60 million. And there's one guy, I think Kevin Palmer, I think his name is. He did say Liverpool were favourites to get him then, and we're definitely trying to get it done. And it turns out he was right. £75 million is the fee. Again, world record for a defender. It works out to be around £17 million up front and then £5 million in additional fees. Celtic apparently received 10% of it. So I think it's either 7.5 mil or 7 mil because I'm not sure if it actually count the add-on bonuses. And the contract he has signed is a 5.5-year deal at £180,000 per week, obviously until 2023. And he'll be wearing the number 4 shirt for Liverpool. So before, like I said, £75 million is a lot of money for him. Is he worth it? Probably not, because obviously the fluctuation and stuff in the market right now, it's absolutely crazy. But if you look like this, there's not really many defenders right now like Van Dijk. I'm not saying like there's not any better defenders. I'm basing his style of play. He's a very tall player, great in the air, also fantastic on the ball. And that's the main thing about him. Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp obviously wants a defender that can pass it out from the back very well. But now let's jump on to potential deals, and the very first one, in fact, could also be a confirmed deal very soon, and there's a striker called Tosun, I'm not sure I say his name again, sorry about that. But apparently he's going to Everton according to various different sources, but in particular, a guy called Ed Aarons who works at The Guardian. He says Everton agreed to sign Besiktas striker Tosun for £25 million and is expected to move on January the 1st. And of course, Besiktas will be looking for a replacement for him, and the official MLS Twitter account said that Orlando City are set to meet with Turkish side Besiktas about Kyle Larin. And now we've got quite a strange one because I'll actually go into the reason in a second, but basically Sky Sports on Christmas Day tweeted Celtic have accepted a bid from Brighton for striker Moussa Dembele. The two clubs have reached an agreement on a transfer fee of £18 million. Now the reason this is a strange one is because basically Brendan Rodgers and Celtic denied this instantly, just like probably a few hours later, saying it's not happening or hasn't happened just yet. And I don't think if Brighton has said anything back, but still, Sky reported saying it was done, £18 million. If it does happen, they've got a very good striker there, goal scorer, and also quite good for FIFA Ultimate Team. But again, Celtic, they are saying it's not happened. And now we go on to a young English talent by the name of Reece Oxford. You may remember him actually from a few years back when he made his debut for West Ham against Arsenal. I think he played a DM role, but this season spent out on loan to Borussia Mönchengladbach in the Bundesliga. And according to BBC Sports today and multiple other sources, West Ham defender Reece Oxford will sign with Red Bull Leipzig for a fee that could rise as high as £17 million in January. Although Leipzig are optimistic of a deal being agreed for an initial fee of €9 million or £8 million, the fee potentially rising to 19 mil or just short of £17 million with additional fees. And now move on to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. According to Sky Sports, a pretty short one, Aubameyang has suggested he can replace Antoine Griezmann at Atletico Madrid despite just signing a new contract. I do think he's still looking for a move at some point, and it could be this summer, it may be next summer, we'll have to wait and see. And Griezmann is looking more and more likely he'll be leaving Atletico Madrid, whereas to Manchester United, Barcelona, again we'll have to wait and see. But Aubameyang, imagine on FIFA 19 having Ronaldo on the left hand side, Messi on the right hand side, and Aubameyang down the middle. That'd be absolutely unreal. Although technically on FIFA 18 or FIFA 19, sorry, Ronaldo and Messi could default be set as striker and centre forward. Next up we go on to Mehdi Benatia, and according to Calcio Mercato today, Arsenal have had a £35 million bid rejected for defender Mehdi Benatia. He is 35 years old and has had a few injury problems along the line, although right now I think he's actually playing really well for Juve, and his inform card this week, his second inform, looks insane. But obviously back onto the topic of real life football, Arsenal definitely in for a centre back, they could wait till the summer potentially, but Benatia could be a good option. And now another transfer story regarding Atletico Madrid, it's now according to AS in Spain. They are saying that Atletico are happy to sell winger Yannick Carrasco in the January transfer window, and Chelsea are interested. There were a lot of rumours saying Chelsea actually failed with a bid back in the summer, and they could now return with a new offer for him. And the next year or so could be quite different for Atletico because they could be losing quite a few key players. Again, I mentioned before Griezmann and now Carrasco. They have to replace him, and to be fair, Atletico do that very well. The amount of great strikers they've had since like 2005. They've had Forlan, Aguero, they've had Falcao, David Villa, Diego Costa. There's probably quite a few I'm missing here, but you get my point. They replace their strikers very well. And I'm sure they do the same with Yannick Carrasco on the left-hand side. They bring someone in to replace him, who we'll have to wait and see. Next up, we go on to Julian Draxler. Get a short on today according to Daily Mirror. Arsenal have been told they must cough up £40 million if they want to sign Julian Draxler. And let's face it, you go back 2 or 3 years ago now, Arsenal linked to him back then as well. So it's not really a new transfer saga regarding Arsenal, but £40 million in this market isn't bad at all. And there is the potential of losing Alexis Sanchez this summer on a free transfer and Mesut Ozil, so Draxler coming in for like 40 mil. Again, I think Arsenal fans would probably be quite happy with that. Of course, they want to add more on top of it because Lacazette, Draxler, still missing a replacement for Sanchez or Ozil, but still, it could be good signs for them. Next up, according to Daily Mirror, PSG and monitoring Marouane Fellaini's situation at Manchester United, and we're keen to sign a 30-year-old midfielder on a free transfer next summer. They were linked to Milinkovic-Savic just a few days ago now from Lazio, and of course now Fellaini on a free transfer. He'd be a lot cheaper, obviously costing nothing really, but is he good enough for PSG? In my opinion, definitely not. They've got some quality midfielders already, Verratti, Rabiot, and others on top of that list, so really would Neymar want to play alongside Fellaini? I don't think so. And now we've got a striker that is in fantastic form, and to be fair, has been the last couple of seasons. That's Mauro Icardi from Inter Milan. According to Calcio Mercato, Inter striker Icardi is yet to sign a new deal with the Serie A club, with Real Madrid interested in the 24-year-old. I believe he's currently sat as the top goal scorer in the Serie A and also the Inter Milan captain, but if Real Madrid came calling for him, potentially could persuade him to leave. And next up, we got one for West Ham United fans. According to AS today, David Moyes has confirmed that West Ham are interested in signing Sevilla's Steven Nzonzi. There are a lot of reports saying he's unhappy at the club currently, although I believe it was with the former manager which got sacked the other day. They replaced him as well. But if he was to go to West Ham, it would be a fantastic sign because he's a great DM. Obviously has played the Premier League before with Blackburn Rovers and also Stoke City. So West Ham for game, a quality signing like I said before. But I have seen teams like Arsenal also linked to him. So we'll have to wait and see if they pull it off. Fair play. And now a very interesting one according to the Daily Star is that Chelsea are lining up a swap deal that would see David Luiz move to AC Milan and Leonardo Bonucci arrive at Stamford Bridge. I believe I mentioned in the last video that Chelsea and also Man City are in for Bonucci. He's currently unhappy at AC Milan just 6 months after joining them from Juventus and could be looking to move on. David Luiz a couple days ago was linked to Newcastle United. He wants more first team football, more game time because of the World Cup coming up. And if he was to go to AC Milan replacing Bonucci, that would be a very clever deal. Like last season, David Luiz was very good for Chelsea, although this season for some reason not playing at all. So again, could we look into move for game time? We'll have to wait and see. And next up, according to Daily Star, Manchester United are keen to sign Juventus attacking midfielder Paulo Dybala in a £60 million deal, and for some reason, it's probably because how low that fee is, I don't believe it. However, the Daily Express are saying a more realistic number by saying United have been told by Juventus they'll need to pay £133 million to land him. It would be huge if they pulled it off, and to be fair, Mkhitaryan could be leaving. I'm pretty sure he'll be guaranteed a first team spot. And if they had players just like Dybala and Pogba behind someone like Lukaku, that is guaranteed goals. And now one according to Marca, Mesut Ozil top of Barca's transfer targets, but the Liga Giants are looking to make at least 5 signings in the January transfer window. He would be available on a free transfer come the summer, so potentially could get like a pre-contract agreement there, and that would be a pretty damn huge one. The same goes for someone like Alexis Sanchez, who I'm assuming will also be joining Man City. So Ozil to Barca, if it happened, Real Madrid fans are probably quite annoyed about that, but still, it would be pretty insane to see him alongside Messi, Suarez, Dembele, and multiple other players. And the final one today is regarding Chelsea goalkeeper Courtois and potential move to Real Madrid. The source is going to be DYBALA. He works for Sky Sports News and is regarded as a Spanish expert for football, though most of the time he's not actually that correct. But he said today that Courtois' campus told Real Madrid he wants to sign for the La Liga club. Courtois' 2 children do currently live in Madrid still from his time at Atletico Madrid, and he is willing to make a move to the Bernabeu, and Real have decided to change their 2 goalkeepers before next season. And finally, Chelsea prepared a Plan A and a Plan B. Plan B season ready to hand Courtois a new contract that would make him the highest paid goalkeeper in the world. But that is definitely a story to look out for. So that is going to be the end of this video, guys. So as always, if you enjoyed it, show your support by leaving a like rating. That'd be absolutely awesome. If you're new to my channel, make sure to press the subscribe button for more. And in the comment section below, let me know what team you support and what players you want your club to sign in the winter transfer window. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.